Number 5, the big man at 6'9". Number 22, Quinn. At shooting star, standing 6'8", number 25, the head coach of your New Orleans Pelicans is James Borrego. Once again, your New Orleans Pelicans.
And now Dallas' starting group. Flag is out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Max Christie. And it's Ball in at the point. And for New Orleans, Saddiq Bey out there with Herb Jones. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Queen in at the center position. It'll be the Pelicans off the tip. Here's Murray. Pass to Queen. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. Sinks the 15-footer.
And check out Murray making trouble for the defense. They just couldn't keep up.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Murray. Ball passes to Antetokounmpo. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Here's New Orleans now. Outside Murray. Bey with a screen on Ball. Murray looking around. Bey left side. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Murray. From the high post. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And that is the sweet spot for Murray's J. The in-between area there.
Christie up top. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here's Murray. The Mavs get their last shot to go. Pass to Bey. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Jones misses.
He just couldn't overcome the perimeter coverage. Shut him down.
To the paint. Here's Flag. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Yeah, and Flag has a number of moves and shots to choose from in close. Already looking like a seasoned vet down there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to speak with James Borrego for a minute. I brought up Giannis Antetokounmpo and how effective a scorer he is, and Coach told me, well, when he gets into the lane, he's very tough to guard. For us, it's about forcing him into longer and ideally contested jumpers. That's what I want us to do. We'll see if they're able to accomplish this. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. The first one falls.
And DeJounte Murray is truly the complete package. He does a little of this and a little of that. Anything you need out there, he can make it happen.
And Murray drops them both. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Ball against Murray. There's a screen by Marshall. Tipped. The kick out to Ball. Good D by Murray.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Let's go with a three. Second shot opportunity. Queen misses. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Ball with it. He had 25 points in his last game. Right side, Christie. Pass to Jones. Bay outside. Murray finds Bay. They set the pick. Lets it go from 11. Rebounded by Marshall. Here's Ball. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebound. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
Here's Ball. After New Orleans, three-pointer on the other end. Pass to Flag. From outside the arc. And it's Queen with a rebound. New Orleans leading by 3. Bay with it, and it's Marshall picking him up from the baseline. And it's finished by Bay.
And we see Bay's game evolving over time, including being more aggressive inside.
Here's Flag. Outside Christie. Here's Flag. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Ball with a steal to win the drought. And Ball throws it down.
Well, this is exactly what you want from LaMelo Ball, attacking the rim off the drive.
For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Pass to Murray. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 5.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Christie with the ball, now guarded by Bay. Marshall right side. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Bay's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Man, you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Chance to check out stats for him. Mavericks trail by 7. Now Ball. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest. outside Murray. Fires for three. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Pass the ball. Ooh, stolen by Murray. And now New Orleans on the break. Moving it up. Outside for Bay. Pulls it from the corner. And New Orleans getting another bucket right there.
All about confidence in these moments. Bay able to attack immediately.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Mavs. They trail by 9. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And last time out, they seized the advantage with their defensive pressure. They did a great job of just forcing a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Pass the flag. There's the triple. To end the drought. Second chance shot. No good off the glass.
Boy, he'd be the first to tell you that is a shot that we expect him to make.
Bay against Christie. 5 to shoot. Murray from outside. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's flag, defended by Murray. Ball outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Marshall with the bucket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. So for Dallas, Washington's checked in for Marshall, and it's Rollins in for Ball. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Christie. Here's Rollins. An 11-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. And he comes up with a bucket. And now just a 4-point New Orleans lead.
Yeah, terrific work in the two-man game results in an easy bucket. That's how you do it.
Poole against Christie. Unloads from 13. Misses off the left iron. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And that was a smart drive by Flag. The defender was compromised, and Cooper took advantage.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the evening.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And we talk about generational talents. Cooper Flag certainly on that list. He has a very high floor with a Hall of Fame ceiling.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
New Orleans has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Pass to Bay. To the inside. Here's Matkovic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
And good awareness by Bay. I mean, he has a nice feel for when his guys are uncovered.
Here's Rollins. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Washington passes to Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now here's Bay. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point on Antetokounmpo. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
One of the only ways to slow down Antetokounmpo is to get physical with him. But you know what? That may not work. He is so good at absorbing contact in the paint.
And he drops the first.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Some nice passing by New Orleans here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Flag. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Number 1, Dallas.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high-flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
Down low. The kick out to Poole. Shot clock at 6. Here's Misi. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
Rollins passes to Antetokounmpo. Misi grabs the board.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Bay outside. Pass to Matkovic. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
And we all know that on the road, we don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real-life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Guys, back to you.
He plays without fear. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
The first free throw is good. Jordan's checked in for New Orleans. Steven Adams checked in for the Mavericks. Mann comes in for Christie. No good on the second free throw. New Orleans leading by 6. Bay from long range. And it's Flag with a rebound. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 16 so far. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Mann. Over Poole. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. The Mavericks making a switch here. Salon's checked in.
Number 33, Tijon Salon.
Pass to Fears. Bay outside. Picked by Misi. Back to Bay. It's stolen. Here's Rollins. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's New Orleans up by 4. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Mavericks trail by 4. We've got Trey Murphy, Jordan Poole out there with Fears. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Misi in at the 4. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Salon. Misses the baby hook. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Man with it. Jordan picks him up. Washington outside. Pass to Salon. Outside man. And here's Washington. Clock at 6. Sinks the tray. Washington's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
We know P.J. Washington very respectable from distance.
Well, New Orleans shooting a nice 50% for the game. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Jordan. Over to the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Outside man. Washington, a screen on Poole. Blocked! 5-on-3 break. To the right side. Inside. Tries to save it. Jordan with it. And it's man picking him up. The 3 ball. And Trey Murphy gets a 3. Give him 8 points now.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
On the wing man. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The 3 from Washington. And it's Jordan with the rebound. New Orleans leading by 4. Poole for 3. It's rebounded by Salon. The Mavericks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Man, the pass to Adams.
Well, we all know Steven Adams is one of the most physical guys in the NBA. He is so solid at using his body to pick up fouls.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Steven Adams taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, there's just a brute strength and physicality about Steven Adams. This guy knows his role and plays it to perfection.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. Christie comes in for man. And LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Rollins. And Adams drops them both. Here's Murray. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana.
Not to mention the assists he piled up. You can see why his teammates like playing with him.
Now here's Murray. The lead is 2. And there's the whistle. That goes on Max Christie. That's his first foul. The Mavericks making a switch here.
Dallas substitution. Number 30, Musa Cisse.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Ball. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. Flags checked in for Salam.
Dallas substitution. Number 32.
Here's Murray. 6 points for him. Pass to Jones. Here's Queen. Oh, from deep. And again, no good by New Orleans. Here's Flag, defended by Jones. And that one's good. Flag.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And so Murray will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Queen. And the Pelicans miss again.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Murray passes to Jones. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Boy, not much defensive pressure on that three, but he still couldn't make it.
Christie's shot is off.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Max Christie. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at Dallas, they're currently holding on to the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course the Pelicans, they're a ways down in the standings. Here's Queen. No good on the quick three.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
And here's Flag outside. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Pelicans trail by 3. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Murray passes to Queen. Jones from outside. Ball with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Off target with the 3. New Orleans is shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Oh, got that one up quick. 11 points in the game.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Now here's Ball. That's a strong finish from Ball.
With the size he brings to the guard position, you love to see LaMelo assert himself down low.
On the wing, Jones. It's intercepted. Here's Flag. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And now a 4-point Dallas lead. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
New Orleans calls timeout. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Bay, he's checked in for Jones. And Dallas also making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Christie. Pelicans trail by 4. Pass to Matkovic. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. On the wing, Murray. He's got 6. Bay from long range. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Bay's got 9.
Well, Bay knows his team needs this from him, and he's just finding ways to get productive at the arc.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. And it's Murray with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. The 15-footer. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Flag. He's got 12. Now here's Ball. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. And out of bounds, Dallas will have it. And a chance now to check out the leaderboard and see the big men around the league who have made an impact on the offensive end last month. In the 3rd spot, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This group of big men go into every game with the mindset that no defense can guard them. And you know what? They're usually right.
You know, and even with entire defenses schemed around stopping them, their scoring output always remains high. These fellas are anchors in the post for each of their teams.
And it's Flag missing. Pelicans trail by 3. Pass to Murray. Here's Queen. Back to Murray. And he's now 3 for 8 after that one.
And Murray is a taller guard, meaning he's capable of doing some damage on the inside.
Ball against Murray. Here's Flag. And his scoring average impressive, putting up 17 a game.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
And it's Pelicans ball. It's a 3-point game. And they double up Murray. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and a fast break for Dallas. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
When you're watching him play, Flag has promise as a playmaker. He's no ball hog.
Well, the Pelicans shooting only 31% in the second quarter of this one. Murray passes to Queen. And there's the screen to the paint. Here's Matkovic. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Smart pass by Bay off the pick and roll. He found a guy with a better look.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Pelicans fans, please give a big round of applause for your Pelicans new dance team.
Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. Rollins comes in for Marshall. The Mavericks lead by 3. And we've got a report now. Let's find out the news on Herb Jones.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Pelicans let me know the status. He let me know that it's a strained hip. which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It seems the issue may not be so serious as they're allowing a return to action. I'll give you updates as I get them.
All right, Allie, thanks for the intel.
That's so true, but it is also what we expect to happen. It is part of every professional sports league. In the NBA, the schedule, obviously a grind. Injuries happen, but we hear this all the time. It's next man up. Somebody's injury could be an opportunity for somebody to get minutes and do something with those minutes.
Pelicans trail by 6. Pass to Fears. The kick out to Poole. Ball stolen. To the inside. Here's Washington. Some solid defense from Misi. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Here's Fears. He's scoreless. Count that one. And here's Ball. Pass to Washington. Launches a 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Well, the Pelicans shooting just 38% in this quarter. And here's Misi. Poole from long range. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Washington outside. Takes a 3. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Fears. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas leading by 4. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Here's a look at what's coming up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
Now here's Bay. He's got 9. Pass to Jordan. That one off the back iron and out. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative.
DA, no problem. Always glad to join. But I got to go. I got to get to this news.
Things to do.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
And he makes a first. And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
And so Ball nails both of them. And when it comes to adding sizzle to the steak, just watch LaMelo Ball, Doris.
I love that, B.A. Certainly, entertainment is a big aspect of this young man's game. The fancy dribbling, the no-look passes, the range on his three-point shooting. He alone can be worth the price of a ticket. Oh, he had all the room he needed, just failed to convert it.
Here's Rollins. The three-pointer off the mark. Pelicans trail by 6. Pass to Bay. It's Poole on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Salon. No made baskets yet. Ball with it. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Shooting for Dallas, LaMelo Ball at the line for 2.
First one falls for him. And so Ball nails both of them.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
And I'm here with Coach Jason Kidd. Tell me, Coach, what do you want your defensive priorities to be in the second half?
Well, they got some talented guys on that side, so we got to protect the paint. And, you know, we got to contest the twos. We're giving up too many layups, but we settled in here, so we're in a good spot.
No easy ones for them in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Happy you could join us. First up, let's talk about the players of the week. On the Eastern side, Jalen Duren.
The way the game is played now, it's tough for a big man to get the honors. But the bottom line is no one can match up with him. He's just too big and too skilled.
And you see that? He's using my move on the block, the Black Tornado.
What move is that? You going in circles?
Okay, stand up. I'll show you.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Dallas Mavericks.
I love their mentality, you know, the system, getting into the teeth of the defense and getting to the line, super aggressive.
And these days, you can't just launch yourself into a defender and draw the whistle. They're making basketball moves.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.